loved ones, it is TJ. Can we talk about caregiving? So many people are in this space right now. This isn't something new. Um, we are not unique or anything like that, but I felt it's pretty important for me to come in and share some tidbits that might help you in this while you're in this space. It could feel like it's a very heavy, it could be dark. You can feel like you're pulled in multiple directions. You could feel like there is no help anywhere to be found. And you might have help. There might be several. If you have, an older parent that you're caring for, there might be several of you who, siblings who will rotate out, or family members or whatever. But there are some people who simply do not have the help that we would hope for. First things first, when you are a caregiver, I want you to first make sure that you put yourself first, okay? I know that sounds selfish, but hear me out. When you put yourself first, that keeps you strong, that keeps you healthy, that keeps your mental capacity where it needs to be in order to show up for your loved one, in order to show up fully and completely and wholly for your loved one. You do not get any points by putting yourself last, by not eating, not resting, not doing whatever you need to do to get respite in your life. You do not get any points for that. In fact, what happens is it makes you not only less able to care for the other person, but it starts to take time off of your life. And this is not what the goal is. The end game is to help the other person heal, because I believe wholeheartedly, in fact, I know that people can heal, even if it seems like whatever is going on is the most unhealable. I know that to be true. There is empirical evidence of it. There is scientific evidence of it. It's just that the rest of us have to sort of catch up and figure out that, okay, it takes our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions. And it also helps when the person or people who are helping us are around, helps if they are also in the same mindset where they're not looking at this situation as bleak. If the person that you are helping and you're caring for has the will to continue, has the will to heal, then it really would behoove you as well to help them in this will. Some people will take what the doctors say as Hoyle, as the final word. These are also people. They have a practice. They don't always know. They know based on what they were taught and how they were trained, and we appreciate their expertise. But by the same token, there are some things that are illogical. And there are things that are not linear at play here. There's not just the doctors. There's not just what it might seem or appear to be to the human eye. And you know that there's lots of evidence of people miraculously healing from these ailments and from the issues, and having these catastrophic bone breaks and all of this stuff. I mean, if you don't believe me, check out Dr. Joe Dispenza's channel. He's not the only one, but check that one out and then go down a rabbit hole for yourself on that. Now, the worst thing that we could do for the person or people that we are caring for is to see them as patients. Now, it is really tough to not see that, because we're in the midst of it. We're in the throes of this thing, right? We're listening to all of the conversations from the medical providers and the facilities and all the people who have been through the thing, and they're telling you what their experiences were. Coming from a family where there were a couple people in my family that I was never supposed to meet. The doctor said that they were not due to live beyond a few months, a few years. And then I was born years after that. And then it wasn't until I was a full-grown adult that they passed on. So I know that the doctors are trained to tell you based on their expertise and knowledge, but there is, as you know, a bigger energy at play. The human body wants to heal. And if someone has the will and can see themselves completely healed, then the best thing we could do as caregivers is to hold space for that. Okay? Help them manifest their healing, because it's only going to help you. It's going to help them. It actually helps encourage you. It brings a light. There's a spirit that comes through that actually heals everyone who's witnessing this. Okay? Additionally, as a caregiver, you are not just there to help the person get up and feed them and wash them, or, give them their medication and call the doctors and all of that. You are not merely that. You are a healer, and you have been called to be a healing conduit. Okay? Does this mean that everyone who gets ill and has a caregiver and you hold the space for them, does this mean that everything will turn out 100% where they're 100% healed? Maybe. Maybe. It has happened. It has happened. And then maybe not. Maybe they don't want to heal. Some people do not want that. Some people feel that it's more beneficial for them to stay in the situation that they are in. Whatever the case is, as a caregiver, I just want you to remain cognizant of your own wellness and wholeness and health and healing. Create some sort of a routine or ritual for yourself each day. And I know that sometimes the days can get hectic, but make sure you're eating. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure you are getting as much rest as you possibly can. And take advantage of the different programs that are out there that are available to help you get respite. If that means maybe leaving the house and taking a drive to the lake or to the park and sitting, meeting some friends for a couple of hours for lunch or dinner, maybe that's taking a nap for an hour. Maybe that's going out in your backyard or on your back porch and reading some pages in your novel. Make sure you're doing that, and also make sure you have some sort of a schedule for yourself. Again, not everything can be regimented all the time, but have some sort of a baseline for yourself so that you are taking care of yourself and you are employing self-care. Because what happens when you don't do those things, not only does it age you faster and you start to feel some of those twinges in your own body, but you could also end up taking on someone else's energy unknowingly. You want to be strong and you want to have dominion over your own energy. And that someone else's energy could be from anyone, not just the person you're caring for, but it could be someone who's coming into the home and maybe they had a bad day, or maybe they just got finished, with a difficult client and they're bringing that energy in unknowingly and not trying to cause any issues in your space, but they don't know. I mean, everyone is human and everyone is trying to figure this thing out. And I just think it's important that all of us have this knowledge and that we, don't, the martyrism and the putting other people before you, that is way out of style. It does not work for anyone. Not a soul. It doesn't work for the people who care about you. It doesn't work for the people that you care about. It doesn't work for you. Okay? So remember that it could be in some small way. If you can do an hour, 15 minutes, here and there for yourself. If you can also incorporate something that you can do with your loved one that you are caring for, something fun that you both enjoy and can connect on, that is part of the healing. That is part of you being a healing conduit. That is you bringing the light. That is also you making the environment conducive to healing and wellness and wholeness. More about that in another video. But I thought I would come in and sort of give you a little bit of a talk, a lecture, and tell you if you are not taking care of yourself, and I know friends and family are probably fussing at you if you are that person, then you need to listen up and you need to take heed, because you do not get any points for putting yourself last. I am a huge proponent of me first, because when I do me first, everyone else is squared away. Everyone else is taken care of. Do you understand? Until the next video, live simply and be kind. Wishing you the very best.